it's Teresa, welcome back to my channel. I am borrowing this video format from Trina from Between Chapters. I recently pretty much binge watched all her videos in this series for no apparent reason, but I just like this idea a lot, so I'm gonna steal it for myself. It's not super out there, but it's basically just to talk about series that you started and finished and or quit the year before. So I'm gonna talk about 2017 obviously, but for this video the first series that I've started in 2017 and won't be continuing is Injection by Warren Ellis. This is a graphic novel series that is very convoluted and very confusing. I genuinely barely remember what it's about because it's just I don't know, it's so weird. I didn't particularly enjoy it and I won't be continuing. Next is The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness, so the Chaos Walking trilogy. I read the first book last year and it was okay. I just, as I've said before, I feel like it is very much targeted towards the younger end of the younger end of YA, and that's just not something I particularly enjoy reading anymore, and I just don't want to continue, really. Next is the Dublin Murder Squad series by Tana French, book 1 being In the Woods, which is the one that I read last year. I was heavily disappointed by the series, or the first book. I didn't enjoy it. I felt like it was really bad. You can watch my most disappointing reads of 2017 because that book is on that list. I didn't enjoy it. I don't see the series getting any better. I know that the books don't technically belong together, but it's kind of more of a basic issue that I have with Tana French as an author, really, so I don't really want to continue the books. But honestly, let me know if you have read In the Woods, didn't like it, and then read another book from my series and did like it, because that would be really interesting to know. Maybe I will eventually give her another try. Next is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes, which I honestly don't understand how this even is a series. This should rightfully have remained a standalone. I only read the first book last year. I didn't particularly like it. I mean, I enjoyed myself while reading it, but I retrospectively realized all of the issues I actually had with it, and I didn't enjoy myself, and I don't see why there should be a sequel. And then a series I've started and immediately abandoned is The Waterman by Patrick Easter. At least that is the first book in that series. I didn't enjoy the book. It was one of my worst books of 2017. It was very bland, it was very tedious, so boring, and there was no point to it existing, I feel like. I didn't enjoy myself. Please do not make me read more books in this series. Next is Alive by Scott Sigley. This is again the first book in a series, and I only read that first book and I actually quite enjoyed it. I think I gave it 3 or 4 stars. It was pleasantly surprising to me how much I actually liked it. But that being said, I feel pretty good with only having read the one book. I don't wanna invest more time or energy into the sequels. I feel like it's fine. It's a fine series, it's okay, but I don't really feel the urge to continue reading it. Next is Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. I actually DNF'd this book, so of course I won't be continuing it. It's very bleh. I hated the book. It was way too heavy on the romance, and it seemed like the kind of iffy romance that I didn't really enjoy in general, and I just don't see the point of the series existing. I don't know, it's just not for me, so I will not be continuing. Other series that I have recently decided I will not be continuing, but that I didn't start in 2017, include the Wicked and the Divine graphic novel series. I read, I think, 3 graphic novels in the series. I enjoyed them tentatively, but they're just, again, so convoluted. It's so hard to follow at times, and it just seems to be flailing about, especially that 3rd volume wasn't a real great one for me, and I just have kind of lost interest in the series. Next is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. I feel so mad about it. I don't know, I read the first book and I liked it. I think I read it in 2016 or something, but I just don't want to read more. I mean, it was okay, but it's definitely not as great as people kind of make it out to be. Then we have the Noughts and Crosses series by Mallory Blackman, and this one kind of hurts me to say because I did really enjoy the first 2 books when I read them 4 years ago now, and I tried rereading book 1 and I reread book 1 in 2017. I just realized I'm not it's just not the kind of book I enjoy reading anymore, not because of the subject matter, which I think is really, really important and really well done, but because of the style of writing, which is very juvenile, and the plot is very basic. And I am really sad because I own the entire series, which consists of 4 books, and I really wish I could have continued it, but I kind of just don't want to force myself to either, so I'm giving this one a sad but genuine wave goodbye. Next is the Iron Sea series by Mel Jean Brooke. I honestly don't know if there are going to be more books in this, but I did read book 4 in 2017, and I just like felt like, again, I enjoyed the previous books years before that, and they were great, but like as of right now, this is just not my reading taste anymore, so I don't think I will be continuing it. So that's all the series that I started in 2017, or at least, and won't be continuing, or at least decided I don't want to continue in 2017. Let me know in the comments if you have series that you have just abandoned because you just don't care anymore, or you feel like the story has gone in a weird direction, or you just like feel so mad about it at this point and you think that there's like better stuff out there to devote your time to. Let me know all those things in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and come back every Tuesday and Friday for a new video. Have a lovely week. Bye!